Hey guys, so I wasn't gonna do another video today, but I don't know, I've kind of got inspired a few minutes ago. So, the topic about this video today is called Girl Talk. Okay, I know we all have that group of friends where we all just sit around with our friends and just talk about any and everything like life, relationships, school, like just all type of things. So the first thing I wanted to talk about today was I think every girl has ever been in this type of situation. So you ever met this guy and like when you first meet him, like oh he seems like a cool guy, like I could see us like being friends or whatever. But then like as time goes by, y'all start going on dates and y'all talking more and like you really getting to know him and you actually end up liking him. So like I so yeah, y'all start liking each other and so basically y'all now in that dating phase or whatever. And like everything's going well and then all of a sudden, bam, something just happened. And like you really don't know what happened, but something happened to where like y'all both just start not I don't want to say y'all both start going into like different directions, like y'all not where y'all were in the beginning. Like after months went by, probably like 3 months or whatever, however many months y'all been dating or whatever, those months went by and like everything's all good. I guess the infatuation stage is what it's called. Like in the beginning, everything's so good. You're all smiling, laughing, like nothing. You don't see any wrong in this person or whatever. But as time goes by, things start to change. Like nothing ever gonna stay in the infatuation stage. Like that's when you start having the problems. Different things happening. Just like y'all start to act different towards each other. And he may start giving you this vibe to where it's like, do I really want to actually get into a relationship with this guy? Like, he's not the person I thought he was in the beginning. Like, his whole persona, attitude, everything just starts to change. And, like, for the life of you, you cannot figure out what has happened. And some of you may think, maybe is it me? Like, am I doing something wrong? Is it me, like, that's making his personality and all of this just change? Like, what happened between from when we started talking for all these months until now? My opinion, I would say it's not you, it's him. Like, I don't know, maybe he thought that, I don't know, some guys, they get scared about like they didn't think this would go as far as they thought it was going. They thought that maybe, oh, I'm just gonna start dating her, try and hook up with her, blah blah blah. But that's not the case. Y'all actually end up falling for each other, and he starts getting scared. So as he starts getting scared, he starts thinking of all these sceneries in his head. Oh, I wonder if she's doing this, if she talking to some other guy. I'm not the only dude she messing with. Like all these different things just playing into his head, creating insecurities, and like after a while, he starts creating these things that's going on. Like he really is so scared that he just starts, I don't know, like he starts drifting away. He starts really thinking that this is what going, like that you're actually doing all of these things when actuality it's him making this up in his head. Another thing that can cause this is usually when a person starts blaming you for like, oh, you talk to this dude too. I know I'm not the only dude you talk to. Oh, who is that calling your phone? That's your boyfriend calling you, or your boyfriend number two. All this other like foolishness. I would say a person only says those type of things because they're the ones who's actually doing it. Like they're so guilty and caught up that they think just because they're doing it that you're doing it to them. But that's not the case. It's always them, the one. It's always the person who accuses you of doing something. That's the person who's actually doing it. So I would say if that ever happens, that is a big red light sign. You might as well just get your stuff, go. Why even put yourself through that stress? Like, he's obviously too blinded to see what's in front of him, like what's right in front of you. If things are going perfect, don't start searching for things to make a problem. Like, just enjoy being happy, because life itself right now in this generation period is difficult, stressful for a normal teenager or a person our age. So why go looking for something that's not even there? Like, that doesn't make sense to me. Like, usually that always have a downfall to it, I would say. Like, when you start looking for something, even though it's not there, eventually, because you're looking, it's going to end up popping up, because you accuse this person so much of doing something. They eventually might as well just be like, well, hey, since you're accusing me of all this other stuff, I might as well just go out there and actually do it, because you don't believe me when I'm not doing. I might as well do it so you could, you know. But a lot of people don't think like that. Another thing, I don't know, relationships these days are really hard, because we have a lot of the social media playing into things now. Back then, when our parents were growing up, they didn't have the things we had. Like, they didn't have all this Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, all of this stuff. They never had all of that. So when something went wrong in a relationship, usually things got solved behind closed doors, or like it was discussed behind closed doors. Nowadays, most relationships, if something happened, the first thing they do, instead of talking to the person, they go run into Instagram not Instagram. Well, sometimes Instagram, they start deleting all their pictures they had together to make a big scene. Sometimes people go run straight to Twitter and tweet about everything that's going on. Like, that itself will not help anything. I promise you on everything. I know a couple of people that have done that. It's just gonna make things worse. It's like, it's not gonna solve anything, and it's basically saying that you don't care that much about our relationship. Like, it seems like the first bad thing that happened, you running to go tell the world about everything that's going on, instead of just sitting down with that person and working it out. If something is worth fighting for, then do that. Fight for it. Don't just drop it just when things get hard. Just because things get hard doesn't mean just, oh, it's my time to go. When things start getting hard, that means your relationship is being tested. Like, if you could stick around through the hard times and all of that, then it's obviously meant that it's obviously means that y'all are meant to be. Like, don't go running just because things get tough. Life isn't easy. It's all about risk. Like, you have to be willing to risk that. And you have to be willing to be vulnerable. Let your wall down. Let your guard down. And I don't know. Yeah, it's kind of hard nowadays, because you have a lot of people that's going. Like, a lot of people can't be trusted. They say one thing, then they doing another thing. I understand that. But if you love this person, you have to be willing to sacrifice your pride, let your wall down, and all of that. You have to just let things go. Let God take over it, because what He will work it out. Trust me, He will work it out. So yeah, that's what I wanted to talk about in Girl Talk. Another thing, I wanted to talk about, there's previous situations where, like, okay, say you've been talking to this guy and things are going so good, but all of a sudden he have this ex. Him and his ex may have had a falling out, and they may have lost contact, or they either may have stayed in contact, whatever the case might be. from experience, I would say if you're dating someone and an ex is involved, you might as well just get out and run while you can. Because usually, when an ex is involved in a situation, he's basically still attached to her, point blank. Like, if they still talking, chatting it up, and all of this, you may be in the equation. Yeah, he may have feelings for you and all of that. But at the end of the day, as long as she's in the picture, your relationship will never grow. It will never prosper at all. Like, it will stay in the same state it is now because she or he is still around. Well, we're talking about girl stuff. Because she's still around, the relationship will never go farther than what it already is because he basically have her and you. So he had the best of both worlds right now. So he really feel like, why should I even try and give her more if I have her and I have my ex? So yeah, that's my opinion on that because I've been in that situation. I know friends that may have been in that situation. And moral of the story, at the end of the day, I learned that I can't date somebody who's still caught up on their ex. Because if they're still caught up on their ex, then me and that person can never grow. Like, because he still have feelings into her, even though me and him me and him will never be able to fully commit to one another or build something or have full feelings in it wholeheartedly because a part of him is still with her. And I know me, I know a lot of other girls. I'm selfish. I will not lie about that. I am so selfish. And I do not like to share at all. I don't like to share food. I don't like to share my clothes, my shoes, none of that. And I definitely do not like to share anybody I'm dating. If we're dating, you're for me. Like, I'm sorry, but you're for me. I'm not sharing myself with anybody else. I don't want you sharing yourself with anybody else. It gotta be 100% thing. I'm giving them 100%. You give them 100%. Like, I want the whole package. I want it all. I don't want half of you. If I gotta settle, then you can hit the rocks. Like, I'm not settling. Settling is not what's up at all. Like, I'm not ever settling for less. Like, that's just what it is. So yeah, that is gonna be it for girl talk today. I think I'm gonna start doing like a series on this because I feel like this can actually build into something more. So this is my first episode of Girl Talk. And for more like details, if you want like me to talk about a specific topic or anything, you can just email me. I'm gonna shoot my email down in my details box, so you can contact me through that. Or I have my Instagram up there and my Twitter information. So y'all can follow me. Please subscribe to this video and tell me how y'all feel about this. If this really get good ratings, then I may consider continuing Girl Talk into something more. So yes, thanks you guys for listening and watching. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more videos.